Look up. Out there in the vast silent theater of space, a drama is unfolding. It began billions of years ago, but its next great act is scheduled for August 2nd, 2027. On that day, a grand celestial rendezvous will take place. The sun, our life-giving star, will vanish from the daytime sky. The moon, our constant cosmic companion, will slide perfectly in front of it, casting a fleeting shadow upon the face of our world. This is no ordinary event. It is a total solar eclipse. A moment when the universe pulls back the curtain and reminds us of the magnificent clockwork that governs our existence. We are on the verge of witnessing one of the greatest spectacles nature has to offer. This is not just any eclipse, this is a giant, a titan among celestial events. What is a solar eclipse? It sounds complex, but the idea is simple. It is a game of cosmic hide-and-seek, a shadow play on a planetary scale. We live on a planet, Earth, that orbits a star, the sun. We also have a natural satellite, the moon, that orbits us. Every so often, the alignment is perfect. The moon, in its journey around our world, passes directly between the Earth and the sun. When this happens, the moon blocks the sun's light from reaching a small part of our planet. It casts a shadow on Earth. Penumbra umbra. If you are standing in that shadow, you experience a solar eclipse. It's a trick of perspective, a beautiful, fleeting alignment of three celestial bodies. You might wonder, why don't we have an eclipse every month? Not all total solar eclipses are created equal. Some are short, granting only a fleeting minute or two of darkness. Others are longer, offering a more generous glimpse into the sun's hidden world. And then, there is the eclipse of August 2nd, 2027. This event is not just another date on the astronomical calendar, it is a giant. The reason for its celebrity status is one simple, breathtaking number: 6 minutes and 23 seconds. That is the maximum duration of totality for this eclipse. An expanse of daytime darkness so long that it has not been seen on this planet in years and will not be surpassed for decades to come. What makes this duration possible? It is another perfect convergence of orbital mechanics. For a long eclipse, you need the moon to appear as large as possible, and the sun to appear as small as possible. This happens when the moon is at or near its closest point to Earth in its orbit, known as perigee. At the same time, you need the Earth to be at or near its farthest point from the sun in its orbit, known as aphelion. In August 2027, these conditions align almost perfectly. The moon will be large in our sky and the sun will be small. This means the moon will take a much longer time to travel across the sun's face. As the moon begins its final slide in front of the sun, the world around you will transform. This is not like turning down a dimmer switch. The quality of light itself changes, becoming strange and thin, casting sharp, eerie shadows. The temperature drops noticeably. A gentle breeze may stir. This is the universe holding its breath. In the final seconds before totality, look at a plain white surface on the ground. You might see shimmering, wavy lines of light and dark rippling across it. Then, just before the sun disappears completely, look to the edge of the moon's silhouette. You may see a single, brilliant point of light, like a celestial diamond. This is the diamond ring effect. It is the last beat of sunlight pouring through a valley on the moon's rugged edge. And then, they are gone. Darkness falls, totality has begun, and surrounding that void is the single most beautiful sight in all of nature, the solar corona. For as long as humans have looked up, eclipses have inspired both fear and fascination. In a world without scientific explanation, the sudden disappearance of the sun was a terrifying omen. To ancient cultures, it was a sign of angry gods. They would beat drums and make noise to scare it away. Ancient Babylonian clay tablet covered in cuneiform script, Incan civilization saw it as a sign of the sun god Inti's displeasure. According to the Greek historian Herodotus, a solar eclipse in 585 BCE brought an end to a 6-year war. The soldiers, terrified by this celestial intervention, laid down their arms and quickly negotiated a peace treaty. Eclipses have also been pivotal moments in the history of science. The most famous of these scientific eclipses occurred on May 29, 1919. Teams of astronomers led by Sir Arthur Eddington traveled to Brazil and the island of Principe to observe the 1919 eclipse. They photographed the stars near the sun during totality, and compared their positions to photographs taken when the sun was elsewhere in the sky. To witness the full glory of a total solar eclipse, there is one simple rule. You must be in the path of totality. This is the narrow ribbon of land typically only about 100 miles wide where the moon's darkest shadow, the umbra, will travel across the Earth. If you are even 1 mile outside this path, you will only see a partial eclipse. The sky will dim, but it will not go dark. You will not see the corona. You will not see the diamond ring. Millions of people will be traveling to be within the path of totality, so accommodations and travel will become scarce and expensive. The 2027 eclipse path crosses several incredible locations. You could witness it from the southern coast of Spain, Tangier in Morocco, Tunis in Tunisia. But the crown jewel of this eclipse is, without a doubt, Egypt. The area around Luxor not only offers the longest possible duration of totality, but also boasts some of the best weather prospects. Now for the most important rule of all, never ever look directly at the sun without proper eye protection. Why do we travel across the world for a few minutes of darkness? Why do we stare at the sky with such anticipation? Because a total solar eclipse does more than just reveal the sun's corona. It reveals our place in the universe. In our daily lives, we walk on solid ground under a familiar blue sky. We forget that we are on a spinning globe, orbiting a star, in a galaxy of 100 billion other stars. The eclipse shatters that illusion. For a few fleeting moments, the cosmic machinery is laid bare. We feel the motion of the heavens, we see the shadow of our moon rushing towards us, and we are reminded that we are part of something vast, ancient, and magnificent. This shared experience connects us not only to the cosmos, but to each other. On Eclipse Day, people from all walks of life, from every country and culture, they will share a moment of collective awe. In that darkness, our differences seem to fade away. The 2027 eclipse is an invitation. It is an appointment with nature on the grandest scale. It beckons us to step outside of our busy lives, to travel, to learn, and to look up.